Communication through agency-related social media is considered a public record under Government Statute 132 and will be managed as such. All comments or posts made to state agency accounts are public, not private. In the spirit of transparency in state government, account administrators who receive messages through the private message service offered by the social media site should encourage users to contact them at a public email address maintained by their agency. For private messages that account administrators do receive, they should be treated as constituent emails and therefore as public records. Account administrators or another authorized staff member should reply using their state email account. Some social media services may provide integrated messaging services that streamline email, private messaging, instant messaging, or chat services into one package. All agency-related records created within the use of an integrated service package are public, regardless of form. Therefore, account administrators should apply the behavior described above with regards to these communications as well. Agencies should set all privacy settings to public. Agencies must assume responsibility for public records and adhere to the schedule of collection for social networking websites set by the North Carolina State Archives. The Department of Cultural Resources is able to collect most social networking content using an automatic web harvesting tool. If an agency wants the Department of Cultural Resources to collect their social networking content, that agency must provide the Department of Cultural Resources with a current list of all active account domain names and not delete any information or communication threads before archival harvesting has been completed for a particular scheduled harvest. Some social media services may enable users to choose privacy features that will inhibit harvesting. Agencies should not activate such features, i.e. a secure socket layer, or SSL, since this will prevent compliance with the web harvesting process and could cause the account administrator to be in violation of the Public Records Law. Agencies may rightfully decline to participate in the automated harvesting performed by the Department of Cultural Resources. If an agency does decline, or if the Department of Cultural Resources notifies a PIO that they are unable to collect the content using the automated harvesting capability, then the agency must manually archive the public content on their own. Refer to Website Guidelines policies on the North Carolina Government Records website. The URL appears on the screen. Agencies manually archiving their social media content should not rely on social media service providers to store their content, as this removes control of these public records from the agency itself, thus allowing a third party to make decisions about retention of public records and impeding the agency's ability to live up to their responsibility to identify and enable retrieval of this content. Instead, agencies should maintain a local copy of the content from their social media sites. Keeping a copy of this content on a local, networked, state-owned server ensures compliance with the Public Records Law and allows the agency to provide the required level of public access to these materials. In addition, agencies manually archiving their social media content are not relieved of the records management obligations related to it once they stop using social media tools. Instead, these agencies should determine which of these records are required to be retained and for what time period in accordance with the policies set by the Department of Cultural Resources and the applicable records retention and disposition schedules. If an agency is closed or consolidated, the PIO or their designate should contact the Department of Cultural Resources to ensure that the social media sites are being collected. You can access all archived content at www.webarchives.ncdcr.gov. In conclusion, social media is an effective and efficient way for agencies to communicate with and participate in the larger community. It will continue to shape and support the way agencies communicate and collaborate with constituents as they strive to provide an accountable and transparent government. As agencies use social media, they need to strike a balance between providing access to information and securing the state's core network. To find that balance, each agency needs to assess its risk. This document is meant to help agencies and their users understand these risks and outline some best practices for social media usage. Every agency should adopt these tools and provide their employees support and guidance to use them productively and intelligently.